The title of this video asks when we're going to get the Black Panther 2 teaser trailer. And the answer to that question will come about 7 minutes forward. So if you just checked RecastTChalla and are looking for that, go skip ahead. But I tacked on an earlier part of the 33 Burning Star Wars Marvel. I'm doing Star Wars next week. Marvel questions stream. Because I know what you guys like. It's good stuff. So check out this long video with my group of panelists who all have their own YouTube channel, which you can read in the description box. Take it away, me from Saturday. Chilling here with Cole, with Theo, with Trinity, with K. Dot, with Rhea. Question 30. Is it fair for Chris Pratt, not just Chris Pratt, but any actor, you know? Chris Evans right now, he's advertising Lightyear. But is it fair for them to say, hey, listen, no Marvel questions right now. We're doing another project.
It's fair.
Yeah.
I notice that happens in a lot with him. For example, Henry Cavill. Like, he'll be promoting Witcher, then people ask him stuff about Superman. I'm like, why are you asking him stuff about Superman?
I was just gonna bring that up. That really pissed me off when they did that K-Dots with Henry Cavill.
Yes, I'm like, I get it. You know, he's Superman, but it's like he's trying to promote his current project with The Witcher. You should be focused on this. If you're a reporter, it's like if you're going to do it near the end of the interview, like, you know, like you don't got all your questions are done. You want to ask just your question, a personal question, like, yo, any updates on Superman? Then that's cool. But if you ask in the middle of your interview, so you ask about The Witcher stuff, nah.
Andrew Garfield got that question at the end of his. He was doing a movie. Was it TikTok? What was it called?
Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah,
it was called Tick Tick Boom.
Thinking from too. I'm like, he's trying to promote his movie Tick Tick Boom. You don't need to ask him about being Spider-Man and stuff.
Daniel Radcliffe, he can't do a single thing without Harry Potter being mentioned.
But to be fair, Andrew wasn't doing any like press conferences and stuff because he went a whole year lying and not trying to say he was involved with No Way Home. So to be fair, his case was a little bit different because he was like nobody couldn't really talk to him.
I think it's fair
on the current product they're working on.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's fair for him to say that. But I mean, even just saying no Marvel questions, I mean, you could even just be like, we're kind of in the middle of doing stuff. I don't really know exactly what that is. We've just shot some scenes, kind of know the script, but you know how Marvel is. They always change stuff.
Perfect answer.
I think it's a prime example. This is a prime example of doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. Yeah, you want to ask the question, but would you want somebody to ask you the question if you, as K. Dot alluded to, you are actually promoting something else? And I definitely understand what's being said later on. Like, okay, at the end of it, we're done with the interview. You want to ask me something about this other thing? Go ahead. But during the interview process itself, when I'm supposed to be promoting something, be just as respectful of me and my craft as you would want me to be respectful of you and your craft. So
it's all about respect.
Ray, is it fair for Chris Pratt to say no Marvel questions while he's promoting Jurassic World?
Yeah, I think so. I think that he knows that his time is running to a close, or his time is running out as far as his presence in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After this next movie, it might be, you know, undetermined, you know, what capacity he'll be in, other than maybe like a voice acting, which I think is like a large part of like what his future, you know, gigs are looking like. So yeah, I think that's him just, you know, making it clear that he wants to just focus on, you know, the present and going forward as far as like what he's.
Now I gotta ask you about Mario. Is he a Mario voice?
He's the voice of Mario.
But is he a voice of Mario though? Is he?
I mean, I don't know his range as an actor or a voice actor. He's the voice of Garfield too. So that's what I'm trying to say is that like his career is like shifting, like he's not really like the face of franchises anymore. Like I don't know if that's like, you know, him low key like getting like shadow banned in Hollywood because of his like personal, you know, like, you know, alignment with, you know, his beliefs and stuff. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, like as far as like what I know that he's like confirmed working on, it's all voice acting stuff.
I think it's something to the theory of the shadow ban. Yes, some company just paid you a ton of money to do dinosaur stuff. So as you professionally, you do dinosaur stuff. Huh? Yeah, that's what you do as a professional. I think Delroy Lindo may be Jamal. I don't know who that is. I gotta Google that one.
Oh man, Delroy Lindo is phenomenal. Is a phenomenal actor. Good God Almighty, he was just in The Harder They Fall. He played the sheriff.
Yeah, he was cast. I think I want to say it was maybe last fall. They announced that he was cast for Blade. They didn't say what character or anything. They just said that he was cast. Basically signed the contract. So, and that's who my guess would be, was that he was going to be Jamal, or who was Whistler. They changed him to Whistler in the Snipes movies, but if not Dracula.
I can see him as Whistler before I can see him as Dracula. Because I ain't never seen him that intense. But I mean, like when he played opposite of Denzel Washington in Malcolm X, Delroy that's the phenomenal actor. He's a phenomenal actor. Like good.
I think he was in Hoodlum too.
He was. He was.
The 31st question.
He's great.
I could definitely see him playing Whistler and doing something. I could see him doing with Whistler what Samuel L. Jackson did with Nick Fury. Like his take on Whistler is gonna be fascinating. I'm looking forward to, well, watch this, be saying I'm looking forward to.
Are you done? Are you done?
No, let's keep the Delroy Lindo appreciation going. Give this man his flowers. There are so many actors who need flowers immediately.
This is what they can do.
All right.
With Wesley Snipes. They did in the first Blade movie. They never really explored it. They always brought them up, but they never explored it. Mm-hmm. He had fellow hunters around him. There was a network of them. Remember, Blade used to go to meet somebody to get his inhaler and stuff. Wesley Snipes could be a fellow hunter. He don't got to be in the movie that much. He can be like a fellow vampire hunter. Like it's a network of hunters, and he can be a fellow hunter. Not saying he has to be a vampire hunter, but he can be a hunter. So you can do it as a fellow hunter, mentor, fellow hunter or mentor. That's how you do it.
It's just
and again, you love have one action scene. We pull out the katana and do his thing.
It's just that I know this is going to be a 3-hour stream because those last 3 questions usually take like a good 10 minutes to dissect and everything. Hey, 31.
You the one who brought it late.
Why didn't the Black Panther teaser trailer release yet? I was watching the NBA Finals going, look, halftime. This is the time you do it with all the millions watching. And no, we're in the month of June. That's the 6th month. And it's supposed to release on November, the 11th month. That's 5 months away. That's pretty standard. So you get your first teaser trailer 5 months from the release of the project. I think when Thor is in movies, July 12th, is it? When Thor is in movies in July
7th.
Thank you. 7th. You're gonna want to have a Black Panther trailer to play right before the Thor film because that's the audience. That's actually literally the best possible place to have a trailer. So I know it's coming before July 7th, right? Where is it? The Black Panther teaser trailer should have been released yet, and the answers to why is I'm not even going to bother trying to explain why. It's so stupid, and I'll let everyone else go. Go ahead, Theo.
There's pressure for that trailer. They got it. Yeah. Currently, they are making sure that trailer is on point.
Is that what they're doing?
They want to market it the best. They want to market this the best way possible. So I think there's pressure because they're worried, because you got to present it. They know what happened to tragedy. They got to present it in a way that's going to get people to. They know people are going to come watch. It's a Marvel movie, but you don't want to put people off.
I think they should just release the trailer. And the reason why
release that trailer, though, I really want to see it. They finish.
I apologize for just jumping in there. I think they should just release it because how you gonna spend it? Like let's just forget whether you want the character recast, you don't want the character recast. The character dies in this movie. That's a fact. Whether the character is going to die from an illness or whether the character is going to die as a result of a battle with Namor.
Or the blip.
How do you... Well, the character was blipped and came back.
Maybe this movie happens between the blip coming back, maybe.
Nah, Shuri's in it. Shuri got blipped too.
Right.
Do we know that? Do we know that Shuri got blipped?
Shuri got blipped.
She was on the monitor.
So when we look at this...
That's right.
This is the visual aesthetic of it. And they can't navigate around this because this is the box they wrote them in. This is the corner they put themselves in when they said they weren't going to recast this character. If you play the trailer, if you say the character dies in the trailer, because there are quite a few people that are going to go see Black Panther that don't even know T'Challa's dying in the movie.
Uh-huh.
You mess around and kill the movie if you lead the audience to believe, those that don't know, that this character is dying, you hurt your movie before you even put it in the movie theater. I've seen the stuff that they put in the banners that they putting in the movie theaters and everything.
Yeah.
And they comparing them to the first banners from the banners from the first movie. The first movie had a whole bunch of faces on it. This banner just has Wakanda Forever. I don't know how you plan on spinning this. Hey, John Ridley. I don't know how you plan on spinning this where you literally don't alienate the fan base this movie is for.
Yeah.
You gonna try and get your black girl magic and everything in there, deservedly so. Go ahead and get it. But there are women, not just men, there are members of the LGBTQ that are going to lose their ish soon as they find out this character is being killed. Where you go from that? Because that's what you said you're going to do.
That's the storm that I've seen coming since they announced what they said in 2020 about we're not going to recast. And I'm like, okay, well, I can see all the reason that this is going to go wrong. And I'm waiting and like, yep. A couple of more people back on the RecastTChalla bandwagon. It seems like it's gaining momentum. The trailer's not coming out. It feels like the backlash is imminent. I'm like watching it happen. And then, yeah, of course, what you just said, Theo, as soon as they give you that trailer or as soon as there's some sort of inkling that the character is going to die in the movie, there's going to be just a backlash of outrageous wave of, really? They're doing that?
I've had talks with black men in my community. They don't even know how to feel about taking their sons to go see this. Like, you can't. I've had conversations with mothers who are questioning taking their sons to go see this because they thought they were taking their son to go, and which is false representation with false advertising because this movie is being put out there as Black Panther. Yeah. But you have black mothers that are looking at taking their sons to go see this movie because they think T'Challa is going to be in it. They not knowing that they finna kill this dude off. So it's like, for the life of me, I do not know how you plan on spinning this where, like I said, it's not just black people that's going to be upset. It ain't. Like, and I think that's what the narrative is being pushed.
It's
that
Black
be
Panther
black people or just specifically black men. No, you finna piss off a whole bunch of people when you make this move. You kill him off if you want to. I don't know how you come back from that. I do not know. When you look at what they got going on in the comic books as well, the later volume of Black Panther, I don't know.
That's just bad writing, the comic book one.
Yeah. Imagine how many people they're gonna upset when they introduce a king queen for that mantle. For the mantle of Black Panther. Because if you've listened to any of the stuff that E-Man's talked about, some of the stuff that he was talking about with the recast T'Challa thing, he said that the people he's talked to pretty much said that Marvel Studios has no interest in a king of Wakanda. They want a female there for the role.
If I'm not mistaken, only a couple of months after, right, Theo? You could see an interview where Nate Moore was saying,
it's almost like, because this Chillmonger show and everything like that, there's stuff that I don't know. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, Gabbo from Machiavelli Media. Shout out to Gabbo. If Gabbo knows 100% of everything that's going on, I know 90 to 95% of what Gabbo knows. And if I know 95 to 90% of what Gabbo knows, the next person closest to me only knows 70 to 75%. And I'm just being honest.
Snyder math.
If you only tuning in, and I'm not knocking, but if you only tuning in to Iman, you ain't getting the full gist of what's going on and why this is being done. Shout out to Derek Bozeman. Shout out to Urban Faith on YouTube. Derek said on December 8th, what, when, where, and how. Kevin Feige came out on December 10th. Wordplay. People, he said iconic. There's nothing to compare Chadwick Boseman's role to, but people don't think about words. We get caught up in our emotions and everything like that. So we get caught up in wordplay just for this dude to come out on Ringerverse months later and say, I never considered it. It was just one conversation had between me and one other person, and it only took a matter of minutes.
You're
Only
talking
for me to
about Nate
already
Moore
know.
on the Ringerverse podcast
Right.
when he was interviewed about recasting, and he said to the answer to that question is we had a brief meeting. It was Feige, I think he said Coogler, or he just said us, but he said
Yeah.
that we had a short and it lasted minutes, and we decided that T'Challa and Chadwick were one and the same. I did a video covering that. That is what was said.
So where do I go from there when I know before you go on Ringerverse? When I know before Grace Randolph makes her statement last year, what I know before Vox makes his statement last year, what do I say when I know I'm looking at an article where 3 months after Black Panther premiered in the movie theater, you are being quoted as telling Ryan Coogler not to be married to T'Challa as the only Black Panther. It's just a mantle. And in the same article for Ryan Coogler to say, I want to explore the women in Wakanda. What do I do with that when you said that 3 months and the movie probably still in the movie theaters?
Yeah.
I don't know what
always
to do
the
with that
game plan
information
to
'cause I
sideline
can't get-
T'Challa. Like T'Challa was never loved. The way you and I and everyone, it feels like latched onto this film. The studio was looking at it as like an opportunity as, oh look, we have this position with a guy. Let's give it to women because women empowerment, which is definitely not what we should say it this way. I'm not a fan of the addition by subtraction. If you want to do women empowerment, let's give Shuri her own movie. Let's give Okoye her own Disney Plus. Let's not make it at the expense of a character called T'Challa, who is actually pretty important.
And this is what should be explained as well, Chillmonger. When I'm very, very purposeful in making sure I don't use the words MCU, because I do believe there should have.
If you say MCU, I'm rolling my eyes, and then something's going to happen to your
right.
screen.
Because when she says, when we ask a question to a Marvel studio executive, they need to know why it's being said. It can be articulated as to why men feel a certain way, where she could maybe understand why people are starting to feel like, or starting to use that derogatory terminology, the MCU. Let's have a conversation about it, but let's not let it be where she get to say F you, like the fans can't say F you, because we the reason you got this job at Marvel. We the reason why you getting the paycheck. Don't dismiss the fans.
Don't, because
Listen
in mass, they will not tune in to see that movie. You think that you're worried about the people on the internet who are rejecting you vocally? You think you're worried about those guys? You should be grateful that there is that criticism coming, because that's giving you the forewarning, the actual amber alerts that are saying like, hey, look, there's trouble coming. These people are talking and speaking up about it. Are you ready? Are you going to listen to these signs, or are you going to wait for the box office to come back and be pathetic? Because that is totally what's going to happen. And that has nothing to do with the question of why didn't the Black Panther teaser trailer release yet. Rhea, why didn't the teaser trailer come out yet?
If I was like gonna go with my cynical answer, it would be because they're waiting for Juneteenth to drop some sort of teaser trailer, like a 30-second Twitter friendly clip or something.
You know how culturally insensitive that would be, because the Black Panther franchise, everything to do with Wakanda, has nothing to do with the Black American experience. So wait for Juneteenth, that would be so stupid. I think they think they're doing a good thing, but it's kind of retarded.
Oh, they're definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, uncolonized Africa has nothing to do with the Juneteenth.
Look, you want to hear?
Ask the question. Okay, Nate, I know you look like me. What are you doing?
He's busy looking like you, Theo. He's very busy. He's there on time, perfect attendance, and he's holding it down.
Look,
since Raya took the good answer, I think my excuse is going to be they're probably waiting for kind of Ms. Marvel to end. Ms. Marvel's going to end, and then they're going to probably maybe drop it a week before Thor: Love and Thunder comes out, which, man, that's coming up really quick anyway. I think it'll probably be that week before, so it gets a little bit of time to breathe and still doesn't take all the thunder away from Love and Thunder, and then they still get to show the trailer in theaters.
Oh, that's tomorrow too. You
It is, ain't it?
Black Panther 2. Oh my gosh.
Well, according to Rhea, it's coming on Juneteenth.
All right, real quick.
Rhea, if it comes out on Juneteenth, you need to go play the lottery.
Yeah. Let me give you the real quick, Brother Hotep. Words. Let me sneak out. The Brother Hotep sneak out.
Oh boy.
I am telling you this, and I'm telling you this. Hear me loud and hear me roar. they're going to make Ryan Gosling Black Panther.
Because you know it's a mantle. Anyone can be Black Panther. That's what they said for Miles Morales and
that would
Peter.
be amazing. They should definitely do that.
Cole, what's your
don't
answer to 31? Why didn't the Black Panther teaser release yet?
The MCU always releases things at the worst fucking time. So yeah, there's my answer.
What makes you say that they always release things at the worst time? What's
Oh,
the
there's
reputation?
there's like always a perfect time for them to release something, and they never do. They always just pick the most random time ever.
Yeah, they don't
get it.
necessarily do Super Bowl stuff, do they?
They
Like
used to.
especially the like the Thor trailer, it was like kind of just random. Like the most recent trailers in Phase 4 have kind of been like random and stuff. Like Multiverse Madness, makes sense to promote it right after No Way Home.
Well,
And you
they
would think
haven't had
after
any
Multiverse
sporting
Madness,
events.
they would drop a Thor 4 trailer right after that.
They haven't had any big sporting events to put it after, really.
Yeah.
Oh, Rhea. Okay, listen. Did you watch?
The MC don't need any sporting events. They can drop that shit anywhere, and they fine.
So this like socialist Wakandan utopia. Okay, there's a hint of it in the Ms. Marvel episode 2 because Bruno came to the guidance counselor. Hey, you're gonna go to Caltech in California. Now Caltech in California means like what it means to me because Bruno went to Wakanda in Marvel Comics. Wakanda has like a outreach program of that variety that you're asking for in Oakland, according to the way Black Panther 1 ended. Caltech might just be the Wakandan school on American soil that Bruno was invited to. They've already got that started, and I think that's coming.
What if they're who owns this the old Stark Tower, the old Avengers Tower?
I don't know. Maybe they do. I think August would be the best time for the trailer. Yeah, right. Rhea?
Oh, I was just gonna add, like, I'm sure a lot of like what I pointed out that I want to see already exists in Wakanda proper, but the presence of a hierarchy is still sort of like, yeah, well, you're still, like keeping the bulk of the resources and then sort of trickling down, to the folks on a like basis that you determine as opposed to, by like a popular, like sort of vote. So
Nakia was pushing him to do it. Nakia would have probably gotten that done by now. It's up to the Black Panther though. Let's ask him. Black Panther, when are you guys gonna introduce that hierarchy?
Or demolish the hierarchy, actually.
Demolish the hierarchy, excuse me. Oh, you don't know I'm talking to you. You don't know I'm talking to you.
When you understand the fact that
Where's that accent?
Oh, this the Casper Cole version. I think when you look at it,
I understood that reference.
Yeah. I don't want to say I'm a traditionalist. I like stuff that makes sense. It's a kingdom. We still got a king. We still got a queen in England. We still got Excalibur and everything like that. I mean, he is a galactic emperor right now, right?
The comic books, yeah. He's a galactic emperor.
Who, T'Challa?
Yeah.
Galactic emperor, what you mean? Like
it's a long story.
It's a long story. We'll bring it to speed on another episode. I would like to see the hierarchy maintained.
All right.
I would.
Question number 32 of 33 burning MCU questions. What makes hard light break?
It's Saturday and the time is 1 o'clock. Chumongers ready, so the show's about to start. The beat steady, so the flow gotta beat too. You like my intro, so I made one just for you. Chillmonger, he be from the north. 33 questions, you got no other choice but to check him out and feel his vibe.